Start sound.
Test. Test. To welcome my Lord
Honorable Sri Justice Ashwin Bobe, Honorable Judge, Bombay High Court, Honorable Advocate General and founder and president of Beyond Barriers Towards Hope, Senior Advocate Sri Anil Xavier, President, Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation, Chairperson, Asia Pacific Center for Arbitration and Mediation, Executive Director, Asia Pacific for Arbitration and Mediation, respected judicial officers, learned senior advocates at the bar, advocates, law students, and participants of today's conclave, mediation trainees, volunteers, members of the press, invitees, and my dear esteemed members of the audience. A very good morning and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. We have today a very special performance, and this is the tradition of our beautiful state of Goa. It's called the Dekni Dance, and let us therefore begin this event by welcoming our distinguished guests with musical rendition. The song for this dance will be performed today. The theme of the monsoon is of two women requesting a boatman to ferry them across the river. Persuades him. We now have our great performers to perform the day. this was such an awesome performance by our very own Goan Dekni dancers. Thank you very much. Culture, and it's called the Kurdi. The culture is still remaining with some of us. We like this dance, and it's very, very unique. So may I have This was such an awesome performance by the Kurdian dancers. Thank you very much. We now come to a very special, something which was very close to my heart, and my very close friends from Noida. They are the track second, and they compose a mediation song in different languages: English, Kannada, Hindi, Malayalam, Telugu. And I realized that if we, our team, Beyond Barriers Towards Hope, along in collaboration with Indian Institute of composed, and it's going live right now. You may have tears all across. Thought-provoking and so heart-sensitive. Thank you.
खर्चाचो हुस्को फीको पडून ठेवचो आणि नात्यांक परतून रंग मेळूंक जोडपी पूल जय न्याय सहज मेळटा आणि काळीज परतून मुखार जाता
created by
Good morning. Esteemed members of the judiciary, the executive, the crusaders of justice, and yes, as I read out their names. Honorable Pujangi is not there?
to light the lamps.
Yeah. Savio and Pujangi will escort the dignitaries to the dais. Honorable Justice Sri Ashwin Bobhe, Savior, the President of the Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation. I request them to light the lamp to mark the inauguration of the I request Savio and Pujangi to escort the dignitaries to the dais. Thank you.
Sharma also to be part of the dignitaries at the dais. Set. Our desire is to extend a gracious welcome to our revered guest. I request of Goa, cashew nuts, and a memento frame, which is our mediation pledge to my Lord, Honorable Justice Ashwin Bobhe. Thank you. And a memento to Honorable Advocate General of Goa, Sri Devidas Pandupji. May I now request Advocate Zyphon Dias to present a basket of dry fruit and a memento to Sri K.S. Sarmaji. May I now request Advocate Pujangi Karpe to present a basket of dry fruits and a memento to formal Judge Sayanor Teleslag. Advocate Anil Seveji. Thank you very much. May I invite
dignitaries on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. In the words of the Soviet writer Nikolai Ostrovsky, man's dearest possession is life, and since it is given to him to live but once, he must so live as not to be seared with the shame of a cowardly and trivial past, so live as not to be tortured for years without purpose, so live that dying he can say, all my life and my strength were given to the first cause of the world, the liberation of mankind. So the welfare of mankind, liberation of mankind is the ultimate goal, the goal of all goals. I congratulate Beyond Barriers Towards Justice, the Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation, and the Mediators Council of India for collaborating to contribute
Sri Advocate Anil Seveji to kindly address the gathering. Thank you.
Honorable Justice Ashwin Bopde, Judge of the Bombay High Court. Judge, Mr. Sarma, and all the mediators, the judicial officers, and the See, today when we are making a movement in the Indian Institute of Arbitration, launched it, and access to justice. And when we talk about access to justice, see, access to justice does not mean that a person is given an opportunity they are getting the justice within the appropriate time that they require. See, this concept of access to justice has transformed to a large extent during the following years. And it is said that access to justice means effective access to justice. It's not defending his claim before a court. A boy of 5 years old who was celebrating his birthday and he wanted a tricycle from his father. The father gifted him the tricycle. So what is the purpose? The prompt a lot of reforms are being taking place, a lot of efforts are being done for enhancing the access to justice. And when we talk about you are making that reforms, to who are the end users of that reform? See, when you look at is below the age of 40. Users of any product this process. There are many good factors about it because you get a final adjudication. But there are certain drawbacks as well. Because maybe because of the large pendency of work and see, we used to say the doctors who are performing operations, ultimately at one stage they don't consider that as a human being, they consider as a to the person who approaches us for justice. See, we look at them as in can leave it. So you are imposing a justice to them which may not be acceptable to the present generation who think or feel that they are empowered to take decisions on their own. So whenever we are looking at access to justice concept and creating options where you are giving them a platform that you can resolve your disputes, we need to consider to whom we are going to give it or to whom we are going to deliver it. So when we thought of having this community mediation, see, of course, in 2009 we never thought of this population demography and those things. We were just fascinated by the concept of mediation, and we thought, see, the mediation and community mediation has a lot of differences because even though the process is the same, the concept is different. So when the Supreme Court of India, after India signed the Singapore Convention on International Enforcement of Settlement Agreements in 2019, when the government of India was planning to make a law, the Supreme Court of India made a committee to create the law. And I was a member of that committee, and we were thinking that we should make a specific provision for community mediation, because all the matters that can be mediated in community mediation can also be mediated by regular mediation. But why we want a specific community mediation provision? Because we thought we should develop a culture where we trust each other. The beginning that peace or peacemakers are considered the children of God. But then why so far? Because peace is something that millions of people it still continues in the books of Bible or in the religious text. All the other good things about mediation, that it resolves disputes in an amicable manner, it maintains relationship, all these things are there. But fundamentally, mediation is a process, I should say the only process which gives dignity to the parties and accepts their viewpoints as final. So we are not imposing anything on them. We respect the parties. The parties are empowered to make a resolution and they are happy to live with it. So whether it is legally possible, because in mediation we don't look at the law, because we are not looking at positions. The mediators here know that the interest is the primary concern. So the youngsters, because it gives remember the Nidhi and one is Nyaya. See, Nidhi is considered as the institutional justice, where it is governed by statutes, it's governed by law. So individualistic justice, it should you can say what do you call customized justice to a person. So that is how this concept of mediation is relevant. So taking the words of Sharma where he said the peacemakers are the children of God. So it applies to both people. So for youngsters, it gives you empowerment. For elders, it is satisfying your religion. Whether it is any religion, because no religious book says that you shouldn't compromise. Because if you look at Bible says even before you a reconciliation with your brother. So reconcile first and also the elders to accept this concept as the most relevant concept of thing. So I hope our movement to jointly do this with the dispute resolution mechanism, because dispute is you can say it's a negative word or it's a positive word, it doesn't matter. But ultimately, mediation is a vehicle for peace and harmony. And that is where community mediation matters, and that is where we look forward in establishing this in Goa, and let Goa make an impact in creating community mediation as a vehicle for bringing peace in the country. Thank you so much.
Very hard presence of Mrs. Bobe, our Lordship Ashwin Bobe's wife, and may I call upon Ms. Iram Ajid Khan to greet Ms. Bobe. Sri Devidas Pangamji kindly address the gathering. Before that, I would like to Chief Legal Advisor to the Goa government, representing the state in high stakes public interest and constitutional matters before the Bombay High Court of Goa, serves as an ex-official member of the Goa State Legal Service Authority. Please Shri Advocate General of Goa, Shri Devidas Pangamji, to address the gathering. Thank you.
Who have come from outside the state. The person who has practiced in the state of Goa, and he has been elevated from the state of Goa, and we are very proud that one of our colleagues has become the judge of the Bombay High Court. So welcome back to Goa, sir. I don't have to. And the dignitaries of the days. Today we have gathered here to celebrate this, and this is a special event as far as state of Goa is concerned. Mediation, as you know, by itself is not something which is created by somebody. It has naturally evolved. You must have seen but it has evolved. Which would arose amongst the family. The state of Goa, or that in the rest of the country, there will be lakhs and lakhs of families. How many disputes go? Disputes are settled and sorted out by either something which is not new to us. Mediation is happening. It is happening right now in the country. It is there in our culture. You must be knowing that in every village, before the advent of British rule, there used to be a situation where the members of the village community, those whom we used to call them punch members, they would sit down, they would find out the difficulties and the disputes between the parties were settled. So mediation is something which is inherent in the Indian society. Now the attempt, and which is a good attempt, which has been done by everybody, including the government, that we want to formalize this mediation in the form of law, and we want to have trained mediators for resolving several disputes, which is a good initiative. It is an initiative which and the law is also enacted. I congratulate the mediators councils of Goa. Sorry. Part of the discussion also in the first session. Now, as far as Goa is concerned, we have a lot of scope to develop this state as a mediation center. Goa, as you know, is very we can develop this into a good mediation center, and we are happy that in the afternoon at 2:30 we are going to inaugurate a Goa chapter as far as mediation is concerned. So we are very as I pointed out for the reasons stated earlier. But we are now attempting to make a Goa an international arbitration center as well. Government of Goa is making all the efforts. We are about to identify a land for setting up of a mediation center. We have actually tentatively identified 3 or 4 places. We are going to finalize it, finalize the final venue as far as international arbitration center is concerned. In consultation with the Honorable Supreme Court of India and with the Honorable Bombay High Court, it is reaching, it's at an advanced stage, and we are about to finalize a place. So that is also a good thing. We can coincide this inauguration of this target is to start it or at least to announce the International Arbitration Center in next 2 or 3 months time, and we are on it and we are going to achieve it. So thank you very much for inviting me here, and it is a wonderful function, nicely organized, and I congratulate the organizers for having done it so well, and we look forward for the panel discussion which is going to come, and thanks. Jai Hind, Jai Goman.
Message to us in We have our chief guest today, who is an harbinger of hope for many. I take this before as a judge at the Bombay High Court. For the Nasik district for 2025 and 2026, actively contribute Justice Ashwin Bobbi to kindly address the gathering.
Thank you, Savio. Institute of Arbitration and Mediation, Mediators Council of large, Mr. Savio and all the organizers. Before I start this small talk of mine, I was asking Savio what would be the time you have given me. So he started by 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and then of mediation timings. But I would confess first thing before again I start. Till 24th October 2024, I could speak ex tempo as an advocate because I was always prepared in the sense. So with your permission, today whatever I am going to speak, I have jotted down. I have taken down pains to jot it down as an advocate used to do. So please excuse me if you find me reading. Advocate General Devidas Pangam, Mr. Anil Xavier, Mr. K.S. Sharma, Madam, our former District Judge Sayunar Paris Lard, ICA my friend Mr. Sabah, we were together in college. Was always there, it was nice to see him. Zaifan and all the dignitaries present over here who have also come from outside the state of Goa. Madam Chodankar, nice to see you after a long time. So with all this, all the dignitaries, all my friends, I would say, organizers, organizing committee, the staff who have made us comfortable to come till this place, sit over here, and everybody who's participating today. Eminent people in this field say, it is virtually impossible to survive litigation excels. It is extraordinarily expensive, agonizing comes into. Yet it is strange and diverse way it does settle disputes eliminated by resorting to mediation in to compromise whenever you can. Point out to them how the nominal winner is often a real loser in fees, expenses, and waste of time. As a peacemaker, the lawyer has a superior opportunity of being a good man. There will be still business in focus must not be only on reducing arrears. There is a qualitative difference between deciding and matters do require adjudication by courts when it involves questions of law or otherwise. Now, Mediation is an end in itself. Mediation's peace is much more enduring and satisfying. Why I say this, as our speakers prior to me also said, that a verdict through the usual litigation process is an award in the arbitral waste of time. Now our Honorable, just because when it goes to mediation, it is not that, like our Honorable Chief Justice has recently said, mediation is not a sign of weakness, but an evolution of law and a culture that has to be built up to settle matters by essential attributes of mediation are to create an environment in which the parties are at least prepared to listen to one another, because it is they just respond, but listen with a view to understanding and if possible encourages parties to change something in themselves before they can solve conflicts. Using any other method still leaves you with enemies or forces you to annihilate them. However, understanding others' concern can eventually lead to more genuine peace. So this is what I feel is mediation. When you have an open space, everybody knows what has to be done, what is to be settled, or what is not to be done. As my friend, the learned Advocate General said, in villages also, what happens, what is the settlement? It is a process of mediation. Which does not succeed over there, that goes to court. This is what Mr. AG said. Conflict. Likewise, the judicial verdict seldom brings a conciliation between the disputing parties. However, things can be different with mediation because it addresses the cause. I will not where everybody can settle, and the steps taken by today by Savio, our Madam Sayonara Telislat, to have this concept over here is most welcome, and I hope and I pray that this goes in the manner in which you have taught. Savio, the function what you have organized today, the Dekni dance and the other Portuguese dance, when you named it again, having that as a Goan, I did not know the name. I am sorry for that, but really thank you for educating me. That part is concerned. Now, mediators over here, we have more than good judges as mediators, in the sense, no doubt our judge, Madam Sayonara, would be one. To the and then come upon the solution. Because what concept you are trying to say, community mediation, a person. So in that context, mediation, but again I said, just mediation to reduce the pendency or to say there is a docket of pendency, that would not be an issue, because we as judges, we are trying to do our best to try to see the pendency can come less or whatever. But if you are going to say mediation is only to reduce the pendency, I would have a little issue to disagree on that. But yes, whichever matters can be settled, and a little persuasion from either our lawyer friends or the judges to say the parties, please go for mediation, that would help. Now reducing the docket, see, we have inherited this pendency and we are still having cases after cases. So pendency or no pendency, we need not say that we will dispose 100 cases in mediation, whereas the court decides only 2 cases. That would not be the test according to me. Our test would be aim at each and every matter. If we can settle it by mediation, conciliation or whatever, that is the. And I hope and pray again, madam, and all the dignitaries present here, My friend, the learned Advocate General, would certainly be cooperating in whatever you write. I have no doubts in that. But all the best to you. And next time when you call me, or at least you tell me on phone, you will say that your program or the initiative which you had started has turned into a success. You need not call me again. I am not saying that. Yes, thank you very much. And thank you for this opportunity. I am privileged. For the people who are not from the state of Goa, as a Goan, though I am today placed
This was really something which was very, very close to my heart, and Lordship Ashwin Gobiji has touched my heart by saying that very important words which he used was like, anyone can be a mediator, you just need to have a peaceful attitude, you just need to be someone who wants to bring about unity, harmony, tranquility in this beautiful world. We need to bring about this change. And yes, of course, the balance between the judiciary who's doing their level best to bring down cases, we need both of us to tie together and take this forward. Thank you, Lordship, for your beautiful words of wisdom. We now have with us one of my mentor and a very eminent personality, Judge Sayonara Teleslar. I have something to just give me a second. Okay. Yes. So, pen down something about her. Distinguished former judge, district and sessions judge in the Goan judiciary. Previously served as a member secretary of the Goa State Legal Service Authority, founder and president of the NGO Beyond Barriers Towards Hope, actively leads legal aid and community outreach programs focusing on youth drug abuse, child welfare, and children of persons with disability. Concluding remarks, sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I hope you are liking the ambience out here, because when we decided on a venue, we had to do a lot of research on whatever we have in Goa, and then finally decided this venue. And yes, to say about Savio, this event would not have taken place like the way it is designed. It was only because of the efforts of Savio, who was a very passionate mediator. And I also, as a judge, always believed in settlement of cases rather than in litigating. So I must say that and it gives you a lot of peace. So now I think I'll be formal, and yes, my Lord, Honorable Shri Justice Ashwin Center for Arbitration and Mediation, Shri K.S. Sarma, Mediator, Pacific Center for Arbitration and Mediation. She must be somewhere in the audience. Then of course, I cannot miss out on Mrs. Aditi Bobe, who is specially here for this session. Respected judicial officers, learned senior advocates at the bar, advocates, students and participants of today's conclave, mediation training. Mediation training for 20 mediators, and the team from Indian Institute of Arbitration and Mediation, is giving the training to these participants. And yes, some of them are here today with us. Volunteers, members of the press, invitees and esteemed members. Impactful conclave on commitment to resolving conflicts and building harmony. So I would like to say, as Lordship Ashwin Bobe said, that he is not going to speak extempore. I am also following the same. Very late yesterday, then again we have to go sit, and it has been very hectic. So I also have brought something in writing, and I will be reading that. And beyond barriers towards hope, we believe mediation is a powerful tool for social change. We are honored to be part of this movement. Thank you for your support and solidarity. Let's continue to work. Is not just the absence of conflict, but the presence of justice. Let's choose resolution over conflict, because conflict is inevitable, but resolution is a choice. How can we do it? Let's identify common goals, focus on shared interest to build unity, encourage feedback, create a safe space for constructive criticism, use non-confrontational language, frame issues as problems to solve, not attacks, foster empathy and understanding, put yourself in others' shoes. And respectful dialogue, fostering collaborative problem solving. Gandhi also emphasized the importance of patience and understanding in conflict resolution. He said, and I quote him, "Patience is the companion of truth and has solved many a problem. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it," said William Arthur Ward. We take this opportunity to express our gratitude to persons because of whose efforts and enterprise the entire program has been possible. Let's make a difference to contributing to a peaceful and healthy community. So I will just tell you in brief what Beyond Barriers is all about. So we at Beyond Barriers, we work for the marginalized communities. We work for mediation. We work for women prisoners. We also work towards spreading peace and harmony, rehabilitation, counseling, reintegration, and whatever you may have to make the place a better world for us to live in. Thank you so much for being so patient. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Ms. Senora Lauteris. And indeed, your words were thought-provoking and very inspiring. And yes, we will make this world a better place to live in, for sure. I thank each and every one of you, Lordship Ashwin Bobe, Advocate General Devidas Mandanji, Sri Anil Sharmaji, and Anil Xavierji, and K.S. Sharmaji. We have a very special respect and honor our forefathers who have given us this national anthem.
Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat,
Thank you. And Jai Hind. We have a lot of special things to be continued. We have the food coupons also left at the registration desk. And once again, I would like to thank and express my heartfelt gratitude. And Advocate General, my dear friend, Devidas Pangalji, and our Treasurer, Ms. Lida Sardesai, and my senior advocate, Norma Royce. She's especially come. Thank you, ma'am. God bless you all. And all my